What's up, everybody? We are a few days away from the split 2 of Season 24 of Apex Legends, and you know what that means. New split, new patch notes, meta changes for Legends, guns, etc., or we hope so. I've skimmed through these patch notes, but I haven't really read them, so this will be kind of my first time going through them. But before we go through them, if you want to watch me play the new split live next Tuesday, my Twitch is linked down below. I'll be playing it live. You want to tell me I'm bad? You want to tell me your thoughts on the new season? Whatever. Come hang out live. And all my other social medias will be linked down below, as well as my single player channel if that interests you at all. And I'll also link these patch notes below, of course, if you want to go check them out for yourself. But without further ado, let's go ahead and go through these. Of course, there is a store event, and that's really all it comes down to normally is a store event. That's always how they kick off Split 2. One thing coming with the event is arenas duels. It's 1v1 arenas. I think it sounds pretty interesting. You chain 1v1s to a 5-minute match on a server of 30 players with a leaderboard. Each legend loadout and spawn location are randomized, but both you and your opponent will be mirrored, pushing you to make the best of each movement on the gun. So it's like a 1v1 tournament, essentially. And so you win your battle, you fight the next person, and it seems like whoever has the most wins goes to the top of the leaderboard. Whoever's at the top of the leaderboard wins. Later, the split will update the experience by turning on legend abilities, so there's no legend abilities right now. An exciting for a new and exciting tactical layer. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble. We'll see who the real legends of the leaderboards are, unless you opt to hide it for some more casual vibes. There's a reward track, event items, but what we're here for is the patch notes. The gold weapon rotation is going to be the Spitfire, the R3, the R9, the Flatline, and the Akimbo Mozams. I love the R9, the R3, and the Flatline being gold. I don't love the Akimbos being gold, but I hope I find them. Wattson got some big buffs. Her passive, or Spark of Genius, 50% faster, ultimate excel consumption, passive shield regain increased to 2 seconds, was 1 second. Tactical perimeter security. So her fences and fence node HP is now doubled to 50. The cooldown reduced to 4 seconds, was 15 seconds. Fences now slow sliding and jumping enemies and consume cooldowns on Ash's dash and Sparrow's double jump. Fences placed across doors will electrify the doors, stuns enemies when they open an electrified door or kicks it in. Electrification ends if the fence is obstructed or the fence is removed, and restarts when the fence is active again. Electrifying doors is insane. Upgrade to Falling Stars now integrated into the base kit. A new upgrade at level 2 help is here. Gain all support perks, access support bins, fast revives with health regen, gain mobile respawn beacon with banners. New ultimate conductor, damage to enemies is converted to alt charge, and knocks give a burst of 30% alt charge. I think the help is here will be better, but the ultimate conductor is kind of insane too. Upgrades level 3, a new one, energized healer, gain double small med healing. I guess you don't get that when you get the support perks. Well, I guess that's not a support perk anymore. Power pylon, double alt HP, healing rate, and capacity. If you're playing selfishly, the new energized is sick. The new energized healer. Vantage got buffed, which makes me super happy because I love Vantage. Even if everyone else doesn't. Shrank her upper body hitbox. That was the biggest complaint, is her hitbox was too big to better match her character model. Her passive spotter's lens can now ping 3 enemies at a time. You could only ping 1 enemy before, and of course it was like a normal ping rate to be on them. You can see the health bars of target enemies, which is new. You used to only be able to see what level shield they had, but not how much shield or health. Pinging an enemy will reveal their position when further than 50 meters away, was 100. So her passive is way better. Tactical Echo relocation, that's like your jump with Echo. Echo will auto recall after you jump. All right, well, that is good because whenever I can't get Vantage, I see too many randoms not recall Echo. Faster jump activation time, which is important. I die so often waiting for that jump to activate when I'm trying to get away. Increased base and max distance, Echo can fly by 10 meters. So it was 40, I think, before, so now it'll be 50. Integrated bat bounce into base kit. So that was one of the upgrades where you could like double jump off of it. Reduced time to redeploy guns after jump to 0.2 seconds, was 0.5 seconds. I've also gotten in trouble a lot with that. Widen the FOV that Echo needs to be in to jump, also good. Ultimate Sniper's Mark integrated ultimate reload upgrade into base kit. So one of the upgrades was a 50% faster use of alt accelerators and extra bullets. That's now just in the base alt. The lasers now hidden in Vantage shoots. So her two biggest complaints from people were her laser is always visible, so it gives you away, and her hitbox was too big. But now the laser is only shown once you shoot and then lasts for 15 seconds. So timer refreshes with each shot. If you shoot your shots rapidly, the last shot, that's when the timer starts. But if it's on your last shot, then you're probably not still aiming. Laser is now more representative of aim. Level 2, new, controlling my prey. Gain access to ring consoles and zone overcharge. We could already access ring consoles. With an upgrade, new, improved mark. Marked enemy icon is visible through walls. Briefly highlights enemies and reveals their health bar to your squad upon mark. I really like the access to ring consoles. The improved mark might be the way to go there. Level 3, tactical cooldown reduces tac cooldown by 5 seconds. New sniper cover adds gun shield to sniper's mark. I would probably go with sniper cover. An improved mark, I love being able to access ring consoles, but the marked enemy icon visible through walls, highlighting enemies. Like, so many times you lose your follow-up shot because of Bangalore smokes, but if it highlights the enemy, that's pretty nice. Ash, passive decreased dash cooldown. I do think, as much as Ash has been annoying, I do think her cooldown was too long for her dash. Slightly decreased tether strength when pulling hard, like when using movement abilities. So that's a nerf, which I think is good. Upgrades level 2, dual breach move to level 2. New charged knock, gain HP regen on knock. That was something that they had for the assault class, but they took away. So it just kind of brings it back. Upgrades level 3, Ghost in the Machine removed. Greedy Snare and Twin Snares are both level 3 now. And now that means, you have to choose between the two, which I think is good. Although I would go Greedy Snare over Twin Snares. Especially if you're got a team that's like holed up in a building or behind cover. Alter Ultimate Void Nexus Chase Portal usage warning delayed reduced to 3.5 seconds. Chase Portal activation delay reduced to 6 seconds. Cooldown after usage increased to 60 seconds. Overall, we felt Alter teams were a little too hard to punish as they tried to reset through her Void Nexus. So they nerfed her Void Nexus, but I still could see Alter and Ash remaining the meta. Ballistic, his tactical is Whistler. Damage on activation reduced to 15. Damage from overheat reduced to 15. We need a reduction in time that your gun stays overheated. Ultimate Tempest, remove the time extension from Nox. That's good. Upgrades, extra bullets, move to level 2, lasting bullet to level 3. We felt Ballistic's Whistler was dealing too much damage. It's not even the damage that I think is the problem, it's how long it lasts. Conduit, tactical, radiant transfer, reduced cooldown to 21 seconds was 31, and reduced recharge delay after damage to 1 second. I love the cooldown delay release, because Vantage and Conduit are probably my two most played characters. Probably. I don't know. Old me might still have Valkyrie with more playtime than Conduit, but Vantage and Conduit are like my two most played characters. Mirage, tac, and ultimate decoys now swap weapons when you do, and also properly holster melee weapons. That's sick. Little bit of buff to Mirage. Ammo attachments, grenades, Arcstar. Explosion reduces momentum if hit while in air or sliding. Explosion consumes the cooldown of Ash's dash and Sparrow's double jump. So Ash's dash and Sparrow's double jump can be taken away by a Wattson fence now, or the explosion from an Arcstar. That's really interesting. The gun shield generator can now be used on the R3, which, the R3 is is kind of everybody's best friend, but especially new players, and this just helps new players more. It kind of removes the skill gap that new players face, which probably good for player health, probably not great for players who play this game for the skill gap. Accelerator remove from Devotion, Mastiff, Bowcheck, and Sentinel, added to Havoc, Flatline, and Mozam. Weapons, AR, Havoc, AR, previous hotfix, improved recoil, increased damage to 20. Hemlock Burst AR, reduced fire delay. Marksman 30-30, reduced Skull Piercer headshot damage. Uncharged is now 80 instead of 86. Charge is 120 instead of 130. The 30-30, if you were really good with it and had Skull Piercer, so good. Bowcheck compound bow, previous hotfix, explosive arrow on hit damage increased, increased rate of fire, max charge damage increased. It's still not good. Shotgun Mastiff, new ADS firing animation returns the weapon to center screen sooner. So they did make the Mastiff a little bit better, although I guess if it's just an animation, it doesn't actually make it better, it just makes it feel better. Prowler, burst, PDW, improved horizontal recoil and burst fire and full auto, reduced burst fire delay. So the Prowler is already like the most devastating SMG in the right hands, and it just got even better. Definitely Prowler meta, especially if you can get the select fire. Sniper, Sentinel, increased rechamber speed when energized. Make the Sentinel even better. And then maps for pubs and rank: Kings Canyon, World's Edge, Broken Moon. So they took out Storm Point and Olympus. I wish they would have left Olympus. And where the hell is E-District? E-District is the best map. I know that's not an uncommon opinion. And they just don't give us E-District. Like, Kings Canyon, bad. It makes me not want to play. Broken Moon, I actually like better after the changes. But, like, World's Edge is the only 3 maps where I'm like, I'm like, yes, it's World's Edge. And then I love Olympus and E-District. Those 3 I love. Kings Canyon, I hate. Storm Point, I don't like. Broken Moon, I kind of like. And we have Kings Canyon, Broken Moon. Kings Canyon's just bad. People, newer players like me that didn't start playing till sometime in the last, like, 2-3 years, don't like Kings Canyon. A lot of the older players don't like Kings Canyon, but we get Kings Canyon so often and we don't get E-District. Ranked tier display now shows the tier distribution per squad instead of per individual player. Ranked matchmaking for pre-made squads is done based on the highest RP value in the squad. This change will group all squad members, pre-made or otherwise, to show the entire squad. Ladder champion, dive trail. Bugs, I don't think there's any too big of bugs. Walking while holding a bow check will once again produce third-person footstep audio is really the only one. Yeah, it's the only one. Alter, I'm not too worried about specific bugs for Legends. Quality of life, arsenals increase the interact size of the consoles, making it less likely that you unintentionally grab a new weapon while enhancing your current weapon. Something I did a lot, a change I'm glad they made. Battle Pass gifting is returned because, of course, anything to make more money. Fix misprediction hitches when taking ring damage or when ending heals. Gibby's arm shield and gun shield generators are now accounted for in the death recap. I like that. Rampart can now interact with more things while holding Sheila. Don't care about that. Rewrote the hold to use system to make it more accurate, and players should swap weapons on accident less often than as a result. Thermite grenade visual updates. It's not much of a change. We'll look at it here, but it's not really much different. Seems a little less fiery on the bottom, a little more sparky on the top, but not really different. And then audio, deprioritized friendly zip lines so enemies will always be played. Deprioritized non-threatening enemy footsteps, body falling down to ensure potential threats are always played. We'll see if we actually get footstep audio. Between solo queue and footstep audio and the faster TTK, I will say I've not played as much Apex the last couple. Experimenting with lowered volume / inaudible friendly footsteps when under significant threat. Let us know if this is helpful. I sure hope it is. And reduced volume of hover tanks in Kings Canyon. So that is really it. I didn't play a whole lot the first split because I still don't like GTK and some other things. But it says upgraded audio logs. Uploaded audio logs. I didn't get one in the probably 10 hours I played of this season so far. So I don't know. And I got to know audio kind of a lot. And then PC graphic stuff, which people aren't really worried about. So that's the patch notes. I'm really looking forward to the Vantage buffs. I'm interested in the Wattson buffs. I like the gold weapon rotation. I like that the flatline and the R3 are both available as gold, something I'm definitely going to be looking out for. The care package rotation didn't change at all, which is fine. But yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot going on. I think the the arena duels sounds like a lot of fun. I definitely want to jump into that on Tuesday. But that's the patch notes. Those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you like this type of content and want to see it first. Or, later next week, the beginning of the week after, when I upload my long range, short range, and legend rankings. If you want to see those first, hit that notification bell. And like I said, Twitch is linked down below if you want to hang out live. Apex, Warzone, single player games, betas, demos, whatever. If you want to hang out live for any of that, all my other social medias and my single player channel are linked down below if any of that interests you. And I appreciate the support here, there, anywhere. And of course, this will be linked down below as well if you want to check it out for yourself. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on Kings Canyon, World's Edge, and Broken Moon. Get frying. Have a good day. Bye.